Hey, what up, man? This is Daniel Damila in Nigeria for the presidential also, and in this video, I am going to piss off a lot of people because I want to talk about a topic that is a little bit out there. So if you're born and raised in Nigeria, there's a big chance, or Ghana or any other country that is town that's developing, there's a big chance that you think that the UK and the US is much better than our country. And if and only if you can leave Nigeria or Ghana and you can move to the UK and the US, things are going to be better for you. There's a big chance that you think that, right? And in this video, I intend to give you the undiluted and the unsugar coated, I'm feeling my English today, and the unpsychopested. Fuck that. Okay, I want to give you the truth, right? I want to give you the undiluted truth and break the myth so that you are kind of mentally prepared even if you want to leave Nigeria and move to the UK or the US. So I want you to sit back, relax, and enjoy this video because it's gonna be really, really good. Just like every other Nigerian, I basically grew up listening to music and watching the movies and watching the news and basically just getting exposed to information that makes the UK and the US feel like the ultimate greener pasture, and me fantasizing that one day I'm going to fly on a plane and I'm going to land in the greener pasture. But the thing is, a lot of the information out there, is not always very, very valid. It's always most times sugar-coated or created or talked about by people that don't have first-hand knowledge or experience in the country. So what this video is about is me being in the country and me giving you first-hand knowledge, because I don't really have anything to gain from you if I lie to you or if I tell you the good things. I don't have anything to gain if I tell you that. But I think it's going to be very good if I tell you the truth, because that is going to save a lot of people. So a lot of youth and people around the world, especially from Nigeria and other developing countries, they bust their ass and they work and they save and they try to get money so they can leave the country and get into the greener pasture, but they always don't know what will hit them in the face when they land in the country. Because it is one thing to be in Nigeria thinking about it, is another thing to be in a country and you're thrown and reality hits you in the face. So I'm gonna talk about like 3 things and you're gonna see what I'm talking about, right? So let's talk about jobs. Now, 9 or 8 out of 10 times, the visa you're going to get to leave Nigeria to the UK or the US is going to most times be visitation visa or tourism visa, or a visa that you are just getting to, for holiday. It's not going to be a visa that allows you to work. That's like 8 or 7 or 9 times out of 10. It is in rare occasions that you get a work permit visa whereby a company in the US or the UK loves you so much and thinks you're so valuable that they write to you and say, we want to employ this guy. It's always very, very rare, but most times the visa that people get is the visitation or the tourism visa. Now, the aim or the mindset is when you get to the UK with that visa, you're going to instantly be able to work, but that is not the truth. When you get to the UK or the US and your visa is visitation or holiday or any of those visas that allows you to just come and have fun in the country or sightsee in the country, you got to understand that you cannot really get a legit job. And who is somebody, or what are you if you cannot bring in money? You're basically useless to yourself and your family if you cannot bring in money. So you come into the country and then you find out that, oh my God, I can't even get a job with this visa. With this visa, a legit job, by the way. People get jobs, but it has to be the corner way, you know what I'm saying? But if you really want to get a legit job, your visa that is visitation or holiday cannot really do that for you. So you get stuck in a country or in a system where you cannot get a job, and you start thinking to yourself like, oh my God, in Nigeria, I could get a job if I wanted today, or I could do something, but right here, I'm handicapped because of the kind of visa that I have. For example, in the UK, for you to get a job, your employer is going to ask you to give them your NI number. That's your national insurance number. And you can only get that when you come into the country on a visa that allows you to work. So if you come in on a visitation or any other kind of visa that doesn't allow you to work, you cannot get an NI number. That means you cannot get a job. Now, most people obviously do some mago things to get a job, but you will not. It's so freaking stressful and it's so not worth it that you're going to see that you're going to work more hours, and the person that is trying to give you the papers to work is going to be taking a large chunk of the money because they know you don't have any other choice. So getting a job with a visitation visa or any other visa that does not allow you to work is very crazy. You will not be able to get a job with that visa, right? So if you want to come, I want you to sit back, relax first, and understand this visa that I'm trying to get, does this allow me to work? And if it doesn't, okay, what do I have to do when I land in the country? Don't just get the visa and go to your church and give a testimony that you have a visa, not understanding what the visa means. So try to understand what the visa means and have a plan ahead of what you're going to do when you land. Secondly, let's talk about the cost of living. The cost of living in the UK and the US is more than times 2, times 10 of the cost of living in Nigeria. Quick example, I live in London, right? I live in a place, not like a fancy place. I live in a place that is comfortable for me, and my 1 month rent is like 1 year rent in Nigeria. And obviously the space that I have here cannot be compared to the space that I would get in Nigeria for the same amount, but this is my 1 month rent and I can get 1 year rent in Nigeria with that money. Now, if you are having challenges paying your bills and paying rent and sustaining yourself in Nigeria or Ghana, how hard is it going to be for you to be able to sustain yourself in a country where the cost of living is times 3, times 4 of where you're coming from, especially considering the fact that you will not be able to get a legit job? You're going to see that the cost of living is going to be so crazy, and you might start thinking to yourself, like, what have I done to myself? You know, I could have been living a much better life in Nigeria compared to the suffering that I'm facing in a foreign land, and that always stems from the fact that you came in with a visa that doesn't allow you to get a legit job or have a legit ground, right? So understand that the cost of living is going to be more expensive than where you're coming from. And if you intend to still come, make sure you have a plan in place, right? That was why I started firstly with the job, because the job is so important. Getting in money is the first thing to consider before even talking about accommodation and all of that. So accommodation is more expensive. I want you to know that and have a plan towards that. Now let's talk about something else. Let's talk about how people do it, right? So most people try to, come into the country and then get their stay by, getting married to a white girl or a citizen. I hope nobody heard that. Yes, they try to get married to a white girl or a citizen, right? Now, that is what most people do, and that is crazy because it's not crazy, it's good. If all man for himself, if that makes you happy, if that is what you want to do it. But what that means is that as a person, as a man, your existence in the country and your stand in the country is directly tied to the neck or the hands of another person, especially somebody you don't really know. So it's going to be a little bit crazy. You cannot mess up. You cannot have a bad day. You cannot you know what I'm saying? You have to always be the good guy or the good person, because you know that whatever you do, the person that you're trying to use to get the stay or the visa, whatever, they can basically cut your lifespan short in the country. And that is very crazy. As a man, as a person, personally, I'm a king, right? We're black young kings, and I will not put myself in a position where my existence or my livelihood is tied to another person's hand. I wouldn't do that to myself. And there are so many things that other people do that I wouldn't want to talk about in this video, because I don't want to knock anybody's hustle down or try to expose anyone. But what this video is aimed at doing is to make people understand that it is not as rosy as people think it is, right? Before you leave, make sure you know what your visa can allow you to do. And if it wouldn't allow you to work, try to have a plan before you leave, because when you get here, it's cold here. It's not like Nigeria of here, it's sun and everything. It's cold here. Imagine suffering in the cold. Suffering alone is good, is chilling, but suffering in the cold when you're freezing, your balls are freezing, like it's crazy. So make sure you have a solid plan. So I decided to create this video because I get a lot of messages from people saying they want to move to London, they want to move to Atlanta, they want to move to, they want to leave Nigeria and move to a foreign country, right? And I always try to advise them to make sure they know what they're doing first. You know, make sure you have something so valuable that when you get here, it won't be like you're at the mercy of the country, but rather the country is at the mercy of you. For example, I got my stay, or I'm in the country because I got endorsed by the country as a world leading exceptional talent in tech. So that is not me fighting to be here. That is the country saying, oh, you are so good, we want you here. So then I can relax, and I can, you know, I could feel more relaxed compared to somebody that is in a country and your mind is racing. It's going to be very, very crazy. So that is what this video is about. It's about, you know, shedding some light on, you know, people understanding, you know, how it is out here and how to prepare for how it is out here. So I hope this video didn't piss you off, because I know a lot of people don't like to hear the truth. And if it did piss you off, I'm very sorry. I just want you to know one thing. Tonight I'm going to eat more, and nothing can stop that. I remain Daniel Damilare Nejo, and this is the Presidential Also. Stay blessed and keep hustling strategically. Bye now.